Hey, it's Doris with All the Books, and happy Friday! I had a pep rally at my new high school. I'm in a different high school this year from previous years, and the colors are purple and white, and my old high school was purple and gold, so I wore my old high school t-shirt to the new high school. I mean, like my old high school from when I was a kid, so it was really fun. Anyway, yes, I'm so excited for the weekend, definitely, and I've been excited about reading recently, to the detriment of my video making and housework. Like, all I want to do is read books, and I think part of it is that I'm trying to read a lot of books to make up for the books that I purchased this summer. And you know, sometimes when you force yourself to read a lot, it doesn't go well because, you know, you feel pressured. But this time around, I just really am in the mood to read. That's all I want to do. So I'm riding that wave. So sorry that there have been a lack of videos. I've been reading. Yeah. So last week I tried for 7 in 7 again for the third week in a row, and I actually did fairly well. I didn't read 7, but I read 6.5, which is strong work, I think. I did stack the deck. There are several small books in here, but I started out with The Hen Who Dreamed She Could Fly by Sunmi Huang. This is a little kind of a parable, allegory, whatever you want to call it, written by, it's a translated work. I believe it's Chinese, actually. South Korean, sorry. South Korean. And this was just kind of charming. It was very, you know, obviously the characters are animals in this book. There aren't really any main characters that are people, and it's about a hen and a duck and their relationship and what this hen wants out of life. And yeah, it was just quite charming, and the ending had that, I don't know if I'll say it right, but you know, sometimes Asian literature, like The Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, a little bit fatalistic at the end, in a good way. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. There was that one. I enjoyed it, and this was quick. I started off the week with this one because I knew I would finish it in a day, and I just wanted to start myself out in the direction I wanted to go. And then I picked up Picnic at Hanging Rock by, it's Lindsay, I don't know, what is the first name here? I'm so prepared. Joan Lindsay. This is an Australian work, Australian author, and Ange is doing a read-along with this. I guess it was for the month of July, so perhaps her video is already up. I can't remember. But I really enjoyed this one as well. This had a very psychological edge to it, and in a way that I'm enjoying a lot these days. I read See What I Have Done by Sarah Schmidt, was in a similar vein. I'm reading East of Eden right now, and I mean, it's not a psychological thriller, but there's a character that comes across that way quite a bit, and it's just enjoyable, very enjoyable to read. It had a little bit of an Australian flair to it, which was fun, and yeah, I totally enjoyed it. Now, the end kind of is not resolved, so if that kind of thing bothers you, this isn't probably the best book for you. There's I mean, it's resolved, but sort of. The resolution maybe isn't quite what you'd expect, but it was quite a good ride during the story. And then another one that I enjoyed a lot of these, Maria Simple's Where'd You Go Bernadette. This was, I don't quite know what I expected. I picked this up because Riley from RM Fic Fac had mentioned it, and I saw that it had great reviews, and I got it in a book outlet haul. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's considered YA or not, but it's so quirky. It's a girl who is about, she's probably a tween, like probably a 12 or 13-ish. She's just finishing middle school and getting ready to go to high school. At a private school, she's getting ready to go to a boarding school, and her mother is, like, the girl is brilliant and independent and just whimsical and sweet and fun. And the mom is a little edgy, but in a good way, and just kind of out there. And the book itself is told in mostly epistolary format, just with a modern edge to it. So email exchanges, there are a few letters, some dictated notes and things like that. And yeah, so they're planning a family trip to Antarctica, and the mom is a little bit like not into people right now. So yeah, this was super fun. I totally enjoyed it. And then I finished P.D. James' The Children of Men. This was for Memento Mori's Book to Film Club, and there was a film that came out in 2006 that I think did fairly well. I didn't see it. I haven't had time to watch it thus far. But I've read the book and enjoyed it quite a bit, and you can watch Adam's video on the both. It's great. His videos are great. And this one was unexpected as well. It's a kind of a dystopian, society has come to a point where people have just stopped having children globally. There hasn't been a birth in 25, 32 years, something like that. So society, I mean, the downfall of man is imminent. And it's just an interesting thought, you know. Like, I never imagined that would be like, what's the big deal? But you start thinking about it, like, why does what we do matter anymore if, you know, there's no posterity to think about? Yeah, it's a really weird thought. So yeah, just all about society and what they're doing to try to figure the problem out and correct it, and how they keep anarchy from happening, and just all sorts of things. Very intriguing. If you can grab it, you know, at a used book sale or book outlet or whatever, it was really fun. It's an older read from, let's see, what year this was. Well, not too bad, 1992, so that's not really an older read. But yeah, I enjoyed that one. If you're looking for something enjoyable. Then I had a nonfiction read, A Buzz in the Meadow by Dave Goulson. And if you recall, I read A Sting in the Tail last year about the bumblebees. And this is a university professor who studies bees, and he bought an old farm in France and let it go fallow to bring back the natural flora and fauna. And this is just very intriguing. Like, the first part of it, a lot of the stories were kind of things, if you read a lot of nature writing in a nonfiction format, that you're aware of, pieces of them all at least. But then toward the end, he started just talking about, you know, the interconnectedness of our environment and how important everything is. And it got me thinking, you know, I can do better. I think we all can, but, you know, our world is important. It's such an important place. So yes. And then I read Our Doris by Charles Heathcote. This is my name. So I bought the book. I saw this, a new little follower. I can't remember her name. She doesn't follow me. I follow her. Anyway, I'll try to link these people below. But this was just really great fun. And I think that Charles Heathcote has a booktube channel as well. But this is an old couple. They've been married for over 50 years. This is set in Britain, I believe. It's in the UK. It's just funny. It's told from his perspective, and his wife is a little bit, she's a little bit edgy too and quirky, and it starts out with her, you know, going after all the slugs in her garden because she wants to have the premier spot in the garden tour of her local community, and you know, I guess you can't have slugs for that. And it's just all the relationships of the people in the community, and it's just a fun, lighthearted read. I totally enjoyed it. And then last, so that's 6. And then I got about halfway, not quite halfway through Notes of a Crocodile by Q Maojin. And this was the book for Mel's Bookland Adventures for July, I believe. And this is a translated work as well. Taipei, Chinese literature. And this one, I was reading, this and this one were my last 2 reads of the week, and I finished Our Doris, and I got halfway through this one. I just couldn't make it, and I decided to DNF it on Sunday night, a week ago, Sunday night. I decided to DNF it because I liked it okay. Like, the writing is really nice. It is a story of a college student. So in a sense, it reminded me somewhat of The Idiot, except even though their relationships weren't working out in both, and they were both college freshmen, The Idiot is just not angsty, and this one is very angsty, which is one thing that I don't particularly enjoy reading. But like I said, the writing is great, and there are interesting parts. Like, there are these little scenes periodically where you'll get a chapter that there's an anthropomorphic crocodile, and he is symbolizing the girl and her lesbian thoughts, and how she doesn't fit into society, and how, you know, if people would just look at her like everyone else, they would love her, you know. But, you know, there are other parts of the book where you just don't see that, because people tend to like her and she's the one pushing them away. So there's where the angst is coming in. And you're dealing with her, you know, coming to terms with her sexuality and how she feels about that and her relationships. So it is interesting. I just wasn't feeling pulled in by it, and somewhat bored. And I've heard that it's kind of spirally in nature, so it doesn't really go anywhere. It just kind of keeps repeating the themes, which is the reason I decided to DNF it. But of course, then when I woke up on Monday morning, I was like, maybe I really do want to finish it. I mean, even though I'm slightly bored by it, you know, I don't have that much left to go. So I don't know. So I think now I've decided that I'm going to keep it, you know, as a possibility, and try to finish it sometime this month. But if I don't finish it by the end of August, I think I am going to DNF it. So stay tuned. I'll let you know. So thanks for watching, and I will be back soon with another stack of books, because I'm going for 7 again this week, and it's Friday, and I don't know, it could go either way. So stay tuned for that too. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye.